All right, let's put the spotlight then on Lendingkart Group that comprises small and micro enterprises and SME lender, Lendingkart Finance, as well as fintech platform Lendingkart Technologies. They've turned profitable. Let's talk a little bit more about their outlook when it comes to growth and performance of the and expansion of the platform business. Abhishek Singh is the Chief Operations Officer, core business of Lendingkart, and now joins us on the show. Abhishek, many thanks for taking time out. Good to have you on board. So a 33% growth is what you've witnessed in the quarter gone by to about 960 crore rupees. So you clearly continued that profitability trajectory. Tell us a little bit more about, what has really led to this growth, what kind of growth you've seen in your disbursals, income, and your profit.
Thanks, Avanne, for inviting me today. I think we've had a fantastic start to the new year. A very strong quarter one performance, a quarter ending June. From a disbursal perspective, we have disbursed almost 1,200 plus crores of worth of loans, about 268 crores of revenue, about 30 crores of profit after tax. On a year-on-year basis, if you look at it, profit has grown by almost 99%, revenue by almost 43%, and disbursals by almost 49%. I think it's on the back of the MSME segment itself being in focus and a lot of positive information flowing in, right from government policies to the access to credit that's available today. And we are happy to partner with small businesses on the same. Even if you look at it, we used to disburse, our first 3 years of disbursals total to about 1,000 crores. And now in a quarter, we are disbursing about 1,200 crores. The growth has been phenomenal. In another quarter's time, we will start doing 1,000 crores in less than 2 months. But if you ask me, the MSME segment is so underserved even today that even when we start doing 1,000 crores a month, we would still not be able to fulfill the entire need of the segment. So I think the headroom is huge and the segment is growing. We just hope to participate and continue with the growth that we're seeing with them.
Abhishek, I just want to understand what the outlook is in terms of your future projections of growth. Now that you're on the path to profitability, what is it that you're targeting by way of your disbursement growth for the end of the year? What would be your overall revenue run rate, and what is it that you're working with by way of your headline number?
So, Ivan, as you know, last year we did a profit after tax of about 120 crores. This year we have started with quarter one at 30 crores. We will end at, maybe increasing by about 60-70% on the last year's numbers from a profitability perspective. We'll see a very similar growth in the disbursals. Last year we disbursed about 4,000 crores worth of loans. This year we'll do about 6,000 crore plus. So I think overall the growth trajectory is in all aspects of the P&L and balance sheet, about 50 to 60% growth on each of the parameters.
Okay. And tell us what the outlook is when it comes to your international investors. I understand they're the likes of Fullerton Financial Holdings, as well as Mayfield India, Sama Capital, etc. What has been the funding experience like, and are you looking at further fundraise plans down the line?
So I think we are one of the largest ROE providers to our investors. If you look at a capital base of about 800 crores on that, profit of 120 crores. So the ROEs are pretty healthy. We do need growth capital, and therefore we will look at a further investment round in the coming 1 year. In terms of growing newer businesses, we are investing in the cards business. We do have our platform business, which is scaling up well. So I think the growth plans will continue to revolve around MSME as a focus segment, but providing more and more products and therefore simplifying overall MSME finance. That's where we're going with it. So there will be new addition of products, and for that growth capital will be required. And I'm fairly sure, the likes of Fullerton, Mayfield, etc., who continue to be very large investors with us and very active investors would continue to participate.
There was also the recent acquisition of Upwards, which has been a digital lending platform. How exactly did that help leverage growth? And can you walk us through whether or not there are any more planned acquisitions?
So Upwards is a strategic acquisition because Upwards typically provides to salaried employees who are engaged with small businesses. So what it does is, out of the 200,000 plus customers that we have, they do have about anywhere between 2 to 4 employees, and therefore a part or the strategic intent behind the acquisition is really to explore funding for these employees who are engaged in the MSME segment itself. So the focus will remain as MSME segment, and upwards, slides in very seamlessly in the entire strategy for us. As far as other acquisitions are concerned, look, inorganic growth will continue to be an area of focus as we find the right prospects available in the market. We'll continue to explore that possibility.
And I understand that almost 100% of the overall business is priority sector lending. Can you walk us through that?
That is right. Given that it is an MSME focused business, PSL continues to be the largest component of our businesses, and therefore, when you look at participation in the ecosystem, we do have co-lending relationships with 5 different PSU banks. We have with some of the larger NBFCs as well as banks, and they continue to work with us to ensure that the PSL part of the portfolio continues to increase, and we are able to provide more credit to the segment.
Okay, fair enough. Take us through the details in terms of the kind of partnerships and relationships as well that you have with a lot of financial institutions, the lending partners. I understand a lot of banks, a lot of NBFCs as well. So can you walk us through how that works with respect to your Together platform and how these disbursements are facilitated?
Absolutely, a very interesting area, and we've been pioneers in the area of co-lending in the MSME digital segment. Out of the 100% of loans that we disburse on a monthly basis, almost 80% go through the co-lending Together platform, and we work with both Model 1 and Model 2 lenders. As I said, 5 of the largest PSUs are on platforms with us. Similarly, some of the larger banks and NBFCs, they participate in both the models, and a very large penetration with all of them. The partnerships continue to grow. Today, we are at 80% penetration on co-lending, and I think we'll try to take it towards the 85 to 90% mark. So the partnerships will continue to grow in that segment.
Okay, fair enough. That's the view coming in on the overall partnerships. And finally, Abhishek, there was also the strategic partnership that you entered into with UB. Just walk us through, what else is on the plan, on the anvil in terms of your partnerships.
So I think UB comes in at the right time with respect to the co-lending environment itself. Today, without a platform, what's happening is that each of the larger lenders, to provide balance sheet support to the smaller lenders, continue to have one-on-one integrations with them, and therefore it becomes a fairly tedious and a messy affair. And I think the partnership with UB helps in that respect. UB has already got partnerships with multiple entities in the co-lending vertical, and therefore just a plug and play into their environment allows us access to other co-lenders, and the co-lenders having access to our sourcing relationships. So I think that's a strategic partnership that we've entered into, and we'll continue to explore and get more and more co-lending partners through the platform. Today, UB is one of the largest platforms in the country, and we'll work with them. As and when there are newer partnerships available in the environment, we will also consider them.
All right, all the very best. Thanks so much, Abhishek, for taking time out and joining us on ET Now.
Thank you so much, Avanne. Pleasure.